All right, welcome back to me. I'm welcoming myself. Is that weird? Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Yes, it is. Hi, I'm Jason DeRusha. Welcome to CBS News Minnesota Morning Update. Back after a week of spring break. Little tanner. Thank you to the person on my Facebook page who, after I posted a picture from vacation, told me I should wear some sunscreen. Your comments are always welcome. Okay, let's show you the weather forecast. You guys are weird. What a bunch of weirdos, right? Like, why would you say that? You should if you ever need like a little break from your own world, come and read my comments on Facebook and think like, wow, there's some people out there. Okay, here we go. All this junk out here is going to melt. A little icy on the sidewalks this morning if you're walking around, but for the most part, it's just some slush. So that's pretty. After a week in L.A. and Phoenix, it was great to come back to this. This is about average. I think our average high is what, 49, 50, something like that. So we'll be right around that today, dry and quiet, but chance for rain almost every day over the next couple days. You know what they say about April showers? They're messy, very messy. Who chunked up during the pandemic? I did. You too? Anybody put on some pandemic pounds? Roll that beautiful overweight people file footage. Here we go. American Journal of Preventive Medicine. Man, how mad are you if this is you? You're like, seriously? Okay. I don't know. You know how I love file video. It's my favorite. They did some research. More Americans than ever before have clocked in at obese. And so this study, this in the first year of the pandemic, and they looked and they said, all right, what's going on? Well, people are snacking more and they're drinking more alcohol. So our question to you is, what happened during the pandemic? Did you go up? We also heard of people who lost weight. So kind of in the aggregate, this data is always a little confusing. But we'd love to hear your experience. Did COVID cause you? You know, I'm sure some of this is we are stressed. You're home more. So even though you're eating probably lower calorie meals, restaurant meals are very high calorie. You're eating lower calorie meals at home, but all the snacking. And certainly if you know anyone who works at or owns a liquor store, you know that people were buying more booze over the pandemic year. So people were drinking more at home, gaining weight. I'm fine. Fine. So share your thoughts. We're all fine. Sean, you look amazing. We'll share your comments in just a minute. Go ahead and leave those in the Facebook page, and we'll share those. New this morning, we learned that the Washington County Attorney, Pete Orpah, died yesterday in his home surrounded by his family. He was 66 years old. We don't know the circumstances. But Pete Orpah has been a real, civic servant. State Senator Karen Housley said he was one of the greatest guys on the planet, wonderful to work with. He's been the county attorney out there for a decade. And he ended up really the focus of protests, this video from protests outside his home, because he was the one who was asked to make a charging decision on Brooklyn Center police officer Kim Potter. And people were protesting, asking for tougher charges. He originally filed a lower charge than what the state's attorney general ended up charging, but Pete Orpah dying yesterday at the young age of 66. Surges in COVID-19 cases and asylum requests might soon hit the United States at the same time. CDC lifting a Trump administration order on May 23rd, and that stopped most migrant crossings at the southern border, including those for asylum, since March of 2020. The stated reason for that was COVID-19. CDC says the public health sort of emergency phase of this, it's better now because of prevention and mitigation strategies. So refugees, again, will be allowed to seek to enter our country. And average daily cases are down. Hospitalizations, deaths, all of that have been going down. Experts still concerned about the highly contagious Omicron subvariant BA2 and whether that would reverse those trends. Cases continue to fall, though, in 21 states. They're plateauing in other areas, going up in more than a dozen states plus Puerto Rico. So lots of concern there. But obviously the public health concerns colliding with the political concerns here as well. Former President Barack Obama will be going back to the White House tomorrow. Kind of interesting, right? Former president has not been to the White House since, well, gosh, I think it was since he was in office, right? This is the 12th anniversary of the Affordable Care Act. It was 12 years ago last March. President Obama signed that landmark legislation into law, which allowed millions of uninsured Americans to find health insurance. But Obamacare, as it has been called, also getting criticism as well, and has become an election issue over the years. But Barack Obama and Joe Biden, of course, were together when that Health Care Act was signed into law. Organizers of Amazon's first union say they're eager to discuss a contract with the company. The union represents workers at a New York City warehouse. They want to begin negotiations by the end of May. Amazon hasn't responded to that request. Last week, the tech giant said they may challenge the result of the unionization vote, but we have seen a move towards unionizing here in Minnesota at all sorts of different industries, from breweries and distillers to restaurants, and now Amazon. We're seeing it at Starbucks around the country, so very interesting. Tesla revving its engine, I guess, like, right? It doesn't really rev. It's like a little bit of a 68% surge in car sales in the first quarter compared to the same time last year. Tesla overcoming a chip shortage and other manufacturing issues that have forced other car makers to scale back production. Tesla delivered 310,000 vehicles. They were hoping to produce 312,000, but pretty darn close. A lot of people, Tesla, their newest model is right around $50,000, which puts it in line with the average price, pretty close to the average price. Average new car, I think, in America is $42,000. Whew. All right. Americans are sounding off on what they plan to do with their tax refunds. First of all, good on you if you get one, I guess. I always try, my goal is to have a zero right at the end. No refund, no owe. I always owe. Yeah. What's the percentage that's going to spend it immediately? It's 1 in 3, about 33%. Jackson Hewitt, a tax company, they survey people getting a refund. What are you going to do with it? Another 22% say they'll spend the money within 3 to 6 months. 23% say they're going to bank it and save it until they need it most. And those people spending it right away, most of them say they're spending it on bills. Summer Fridays come a little early this year. Thousands of workers are going to a 4-day work week due to a pilot program being tested all over the U.S. The project started by a nonprofit, 4-Day Week Global. 38 companies taking part in this experiment. It will test workplace efficiency and employee well-being. And here's the deal. You've heard debate about 4-day work week for years, and that discussion has been about 4/10s. So you got 40-hour, because let's be honest, like how many of us are working on an 8-hour day anyway? So 4/10s. This experiment is for 4/8s, though. 32-hour work week. Are you still efficient? I think the answer is going to be yes. You end up like being more efficient with your time. 4-day work week, full pay, 6-month program runs through September. We talk about bedtime habits a lot here on the CBS News Minnesota Morning Update. It's because none of us sleep. And so perhaps your pillow is the problem. And perhaps what you should do is just whack somebody in the head with it, and that will tire you out. This is video from Toronto, Canada, well-known city for hijinks. Nobody goofier than Canadians in Toronto. And they've been doing this pillow fight for International Pillow Fight Day. And is this like the lamest pillow fight ever? Like, the rules are you can't just pummel somebody. But to me, there are two kinds of acceptable pillow fights. One is just full-on wailing on your friends with the pillow. And the second is the kind of pillow. Does anyone remember USA Up All Night? The kind of movies that were shown in that time slot? Gilbert Gottfried hosting that. Do you remember? Does anyone? Yeah, those kind of pillow fights are also fine. Toronto's been doing this. This is so lame. Right? Didn't we have the world's largest pillow fight at a St. Paul Saints game And I remember, did I go? No, a friend went and gave us their pillows. There you go. So we still use them. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, a little tear in my eye this morning. It's a very emotional morning update for me. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's talk about this. Did you gain weight or lose weight during the pandemic? Bradley, last year I was losing a lot of weight. Cut out carbs and sugars, but since 2022 started, back to some old habits. Yeah, it's hard when you do like an elimination diet, right? You miss that stuff. Simon gained, but now dropping. Thought he would lose a lot due to lack of staff at the workplace. But I think that was stress eating. Yeah, I think a lot of us were stress eating. So much snacking. Gained and lost. Oh, Becca had a baby. Do what you want, Becca. For sure. Jolene ate healthier at home, went down slightly in weight, but sure missed dining out. Yeah, I hear that, Jolene. Thank you. Todd, since the start of the pandemic, 60 pounds loss, gained 50 back. Well, you're down 10, Todd. Whoops. I think a lot of us have kind of up and down. Suzanne did, but not till this past winter. Oh, Omicron, too many fancy potato chips. Yeah, I will say when I was out because of COVID, people kept bringing food to our house. It was nice. Diana gained weight. She was, medical issues, not able to be active, working on getting it gone now. Good luck, Diana. Yeah, as the spring comes, I think a lot of us are able to kind of be a little more active. Candace lost. I don't know if I should say congrats or not. Like, good if that's what you're trying to do. Some people struggle with weight in the other direction, right? They're underweight and can't get it up. Either way, almost all of us struggle with this one way or the other. Yeah, it's not fun. That's it. And I kind of missed you guys during my spring break. I was hosting a news update in my hotel room every morning just for my wife and my kid, and they're glad I'm doing this back for you. It's a little annoying. Kept asking them for their feedback to post it on my Facebook page, and I read it 10 minutes later. That's it. Morning update. We'll do it again tomorrow. Have a good day.